How we all doing today? Howdy do. We're gonna be switching over to the Big Green, the Hulkster, brother. I know, two different things. And then we'll also be doing YouTube. I'm gonna keep going to Spotify, but I know I could probably hit a slightly wider audience on the tubes. As gross as it is. Miss Ryoko, what are you doing? You can't see her right now, but she's chasing something around the tank. Yep. Biting it. I think she's playing. She's putting it in her mouth, spitting it out, putting it in her mouth, spitting it out. So, I apologize to anybody that's come over here from Spotify, all two of you. Me and Quidifa, no episode yesterday. My lovely, beautiful little dumpling was kind enough to clean up my apartment. And I don't know she doesn't know what she did with the splitter, and I don't know what she did with the splitter, so we weren't able to have the two mics. There's too much dead time with me and Quidifa passing mics off to each other. And it's just, it's not fun. It is really kind of awkward for us sitting here. And we're two men, for Christ's sakes. Yeah, I have the microphone stand and all that. We could both lean in and talk, but straight guys, non-queers, let's see. Hold on, we're gonna bear with me while I remember what's on this soundboard, because it's another one I had to dig out. The other one got destroyed. Hold on. Alright. So, leave in the comments for you non-fanoicas. I thought that would work, I guess not. So, leave in the comments. You want to be an inch and a half away from your friend talking for 2 hours, or would you rather just have separate microphones? I think we all know the answer. Okay. Look, it's Sunday. She's a rainy one today, I'll tell you that. And do me a favor, huh? Enjoy the jazz for a minute while I find something else to prop this phone up here. Let's see if this works. And it works good enough. So, look, I'm gonna go into something here. And it's really important. I don't know why you people are so fucking stupid. You can't understand it. I personally, it makes sense to me that it's not even something I really need to think about as to the long-term implications, but apparently we have people that are only capable of thinking what's directly next, what's directly in front of them. They have no idea the concept of far-reaching implications. Because if they did, we wouldn't be in half of these issues right now. So, here's a quote. Show me the man, I'll show you the crime. Guilty until proven innocent. Which is not the way this country was founded on. I just want to get that out of the way real quick. But, in regards to Brother Donald, there's a lot about this case. I really don't want it. It's a Sunday. I didn't really get to do much this weekend. I'd like to salvage it and play some video games. But there's a lot about this trial that you should be asking questions about. I mean, I know me coming to the gate here is a little behind, but just my thoughts on it. The same 3 charges over and over again to magically equal the consecutive prison sentence of 4 years. Or not concurrently or concurrent. It's serving it concurrent, I think is what it is. 4 years. All right, all those. Why not hit them with 35? And I know what you're saying. Oh, because that's the amount of charges. Well, no, it's the same 3 charges over and over and over again. So if you have that, and you're just trying to build up to get some more beef in there, you could have done 50. You could have done 60. You could have done 10. You could have done 12. You could have done 6. There could have been any number of magic here that you assholes wanted to use to get any number of the charges you wanted. But no, you chose the exact amount of charges that would run a presidential term if convicted. How does that not seem suspect to anybody? Hello? Bueller? Come on, assholes. Use your head. That's all I'm asking for. Just think. Hate the guy all you want. Hate him till the end of time. But let's not be disingenuous here. Alright? Because, look, we're only left with a few options here. Either you're really stupid, and you are God, honestly, like, honest to goodness, you are that stupid. And if that's the case, Manon, I don't think you should be voting, but what do I know, right? So, either we're left with you're really stupid, or you're really freaking dishonest. And I don't want you voting because of how freaking sleazy you are. A good example, and I'm not going to go into the whole argument. There's this peckerhead I know at work, and he was overhearing a conversation I was having with a coworker. And I was discussing Brother Donald and how they were taking away his guns and permit to carry and whatnot because he's a convicted felon. And he doesn't, much like your typical Trump supporter when they're, or anti-Trumper. Because that's how you all sound. There's not hey, Miss Real. There's not a logical bit of sense in you. You're just dumb. You sound like morons. Uneducated morons. Which, considering 90% of you are on college campuses or in cities that are supposed to have a higher education rate, really speaks volumes to how effective colleges are. But I digress. So, the Trump supporter thing. So yeah, much like your average anti-Trump supporter, they don't have any kishkas when it comes to one-on-one. They can't do it. They can't speak, or two-on-one. They can't speak up their opinions. Because somebody might shut them down. They don't have any balls. They can't do it. They can scream and shout at one person. Of course, scream and shout at one person. But you take two people of similar values. Guess what? For what one lacks in information, the other one is surely going to be able to make up for it. So they can, consistently try and shut down the arguments from a Trump supporter, but not when there's two of them. Because all their lazy arguments are going to be shut down. I don't know. I know that sounds weird. I appreciate you hanging in there with that one. But, so he waits for the other guy to go inside, and I'm just finishing up a butt. And he comes over to me. He deserves to have his guns taken away. He's a piece of shit. And I looked at him, and I said, okay, sure, he's a piece of shit. So, what violent crimes did he commit that should have his guns taken away? Bueller? That's the idea. He didn't have anything. He's just a piece of shit. And I said, oh, okay, so you own guns. So, how about this? You're a piece of shit. Give me your guns. That's not the same thing. I'm not Trump. I'm not a piece of shit. And I said, well, it's a relative statement now, isn't it? Give me your guns. I've deemed you an evil piece of shit because you are totally okay with taking firearms away from people that have not done anything to deserve having them taken away. Now, again, I'm a Second Amendment absolutist, as I've said before, so there is never a reason to have anyone's guns taken away, be them the nastiest, hairiest, skankiest liberal on the planet, or the preacher in southern Texas. Doesn't matter. Guns should never be taken away. There should never be restrictions to buying them. There should never be restrictions to using them. Obviously murder, but we already have a law in the books for that. That doesn't need another law. So, I said, what's just one example? Please, just give it to me. He couldn't do it. Like I said, can't do it. Just keep saying Trump's a piece of shit. I said, okay, fine. He's a piece of shit. Why is he a piece of shit? Well, the racist stuff in North Carolina. I said, where he says, everybody's entitled to their own thoughts, and there were good people on both sides of differing values. That's America, asshole. That's literally the two-party system. As much as it pains me to say it, I do know good Democrats. I do know good liberals. Much as I know, evil liberals and evil Democrats. There's more evil liberals and evil Democrats than there are good ones. Same with the Republicans too. I know good ones, I know bad ones. So it's not. That's not a good enough excuse because you don't like them. That's stupid. That's incredibly stupid. And then I told him, fine, all right, fine, whatever. He shouldn't have his guns. You're a disgusting commie. All right, you sicken me to my core with your communistic ideals. You fucking asshole. But how about this? All right, explain to me what makes Biden better. Oh, the economy's. Look at how great the economy is. I said, okay, well, since I'm too stupid to understand how great the economy is, please explain it to me. And he couldn't. Of course he couldn't. Because the economy's shit, despite what they try to tell you, despite the numbers that they inflate, and then a week later they cut in half and issue an apology silently, and CNN runs a ticker at 11 p.m. at night that says, whoops, we screwed up. Same thing with the jobs reports, like 13 months in a row, they've had to go back and cut the jobs reports by half. And then CNN at 11 o'clock at night issues a ticker tape. So it does happen. It happens a lot. So enough with the jobs. The jobs are not real. It's fake. And the only jobs there's two places where they might actually be real. And that's people getting second and third jobs to afford a $6 gallon of whole milk. $6 fucking dollars. I was at the grocery store yesterday. You're not fucking tricking me. And I don't care if you want to call it price gouging, you want to call it this, you want to call it that. Your policies have opened up the door for this. The stupid shit that you have done, Biden, has opened up the door for this. And I understand it's not you. You're just a creepy old diddler that, they're losing their mind, and they're trying, and under different circumstances, if you weren't a creepy old diddler and an evil son of a bitch, I would feel horrible for you, regardless as to what side of the political aisle you're on. But you are so evil. Nothing makes me happier to see your mental decline. Unfortunately, Jesus, I'm digressing again. It's the people that control Biden that are coming up with all this BS. Probably, I'm not entirely sold on Obama term 3.0, but there's a lot of it that makes sense. I know for a fact that evil bookyak Jill Biden, and not that you'll ever hear this, but just on the offhand chance, I will say it again, you evil bookyak. She's up to something with it, and of course controlling him. So when I say all of Biden's stuff he's done to screw up this country, just know I'm not necessarily referring to Biden, so to speak, as I am the people around him really putting the rules set forth. So, all the screw-ups this asshole has done. I got a $6 gallon of milk, $4 for a pound of butter. It's asinine. The rent's through the roof. Gas is ridiculous. All the things that matter, those are through the roof. Okay, I don't care what they say. They're through the roof. We are living it right now. If you are a Democrat or a liberal and you happen to stumble across this, don't be stupid. Use your own eyes and ears. You know what you're paying. Okay? You cannot be so dumb that you hear the news report of, well, average Americans just don't understand how great the economy is. And then you go, well, maybe I don't. That's all right, though. They're telling me it's great, and I support Joe Biden and the Democrats. So you're right, I must be too stupid to understand. That is a very dangerous thing. And if you actually believe that, you really shouldn't be allowed to vote either. If the brain does not rebel and go, wait a second here. Nothing of this makes sense. Let me look this up. At least try to educate yourself. Because don't let them pull that from authority bullshit where it's I've been doing economics for 30 years now, and I got a degree from Harvard and Yale. But I'm also in the same breath going to tell you that that women have penises. Okay, all intellectual thought, all intellectual honesty goes out the window when they tell you a dude can have a dick. You should understand that right away. Assume if they are telling you a male can have a penis, they are always lying to you. It's just a safe bet. We've seen these uber-educated people and just how brilliant. They're the same ones on college campuses supporting terrorists. And that's a whole other thing that we might get into if I feel like it. Anyways, the other part of the jobs report would be government jobs. Well, to say that they've created more government jobs, and if you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you. It's not that. Come on, all right. Let me give you a metaphor, right? That's like a guy stealing from the company. Everybody suspects it's this guy stealing from the company. All right, and he's and the boss, against all thought, goes, I'm gonna put you in charge of this investigation. We're gonna figure out who's stealing this money. It's on you. I am gonna trust you wholeheartedly, and no matter what you say at the end of this, it's done. So what's he gonna do? He's gonna fix his fuck up for all the stealing. He's gonna start making up money here, making up money there, making up money over there. And magically, they're gonna figure out who did it. It ain't gonna be him. He ain't gonna be the guilty culprit, even though he is. That was a horrible metaphor. Well, look, what I'm saying is, it's the fucking government. You don't think they're beyond lying, making up fake jobs? Some asshole sitting in an office going, okay, we gotta hit 100,000 to make Biden look good, so 20,000 DMV, 80,000 IRS, and look, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, the job's problem's over. Nobody's ever gonna get hired, of course. I do not believe they're hiring new government jobs, is what I'm getting at. I think they're just writing them up and sending it. That's the only two things they might be able to claim legitimate on the jobs report, and even those aren't legitimate. And again, this has been all over the place. Trump. Look, guys, we had some good news or bad news, depending on how you view it, I guess, because if they redo the trial, it could be, more time off the campaign trail, all that shit, just for the same exact end result. But he, I guess, surprise, surprise, one of the jurors was leaking that he was going to be guilty. So at least this one juror was already going in biased. I do not believe that if they are violating the law, bragging all over town about how they're going to be convicting Trump a day before the actual conviction, I would say, despite the evidence, he was probably already biased ahead of time. Now, if they had kept silent the whole time and it weighed heavy on them, sure, I'd believe that they were just useful idiots. But yeah, so there is a little hope. We might be having a mistrial here, but it's a double-edged sword again, because they might drag him through another trial and then convict him again, because we've seen this. This is disgusting. People, can you just not understand that you're only a half step removed from it being you? And morons, Democrats, libtards, understand that you will not have the chair forever. So these hate speech laws you're trying to get in, this tranny nonsense you're trying to get in, this fucking border nonsense, which is sickening that you're pushing and pushing and pushing. All these things you want Republicans arrested for this, conservatives arrested for this, anybody with a differing ideal, you want them arrested. What happens when it becomes you? And it will, very shortly. Very, very shortly. Let me guess. Oh, it's different. We're trying to rescue the country. It's just these evil white racists that are destroying it. Point is everything Trump's going through, any Republican, Democrat, whatever, it's gonna be you. How long does this dude have to explain to you that he's just a regular dude with a lot of fucking money? So if they can do it to a regular dude with a lot of fucking money, then they can do it to a regular dude with no money. Or a regular Zay Zim fucking moron with no money and all the public assistance. It'll happen. Stop pretending it's not going to. We can tell. We know. We've seen it. We have history that's going to happen. We are sliding so quickly towards communism, it's not even funny. But this trial, it was a sham. We all know it was a sham. And you know what? I would actually respect you, Democrats, if you would just go, yeah, it was a sham, and I'm happy it was a sham. We got what we wanted. At least you'd be honest. To sit there and pretend that this trial was anything other than a sham is intellectually dishonest, and you're a fucking scumbag. Just openly admit you know the trial was a sham, but hey, we won anyways. This is what we wanted. Awesome. I would actually respect you. I think a lot more people would respect you. We'd hate you, but we would at least respect you. So there you go. There's my thoughts on the trial. They weren't exciting ones, and they were kind of all over the place, but the thing was a big rigged sham. And if he has to go through it again, it'll be another big rigged sham. If Judge Mershon was a Republican whose daughter had raised $11 million to put Biden and Hunter in jail, and Mershon had donated to the Republican Party and posted how much he didn't like Joe Biden, you fucking assholes would be on the street burning it to pieces again. Because any excuse to be a savage, right? Any excuse to rob and steal and put small business in peril. I've never seen a group of fucking people. I'm against the system, man. We're fighting the revolution, man. And I hate to make them sound like fucking nasty, disgusting hippies, which, by the way, everybody hated. Enough trying to push that bullshit on us. Everybody hated them. Woodstock was fucking disgusting. The Beatles aren't good. This is bullshit. Nobody liked it. I don't understand why you seem to... Well, I do understand. It's the media. Back then, even. Hippies... Shit, I lost my train of thought. Goddamn hippies. It's always the fucking hippies. And you know what? We're gonna take a quick break here.